Hey everybody, it's Bill. I want to talk about negative questions today. Great subject, negative questions. What are they? We're going to find out. My name is Bill, and we're going to learn some English in American English. Sometimes questions really aren't questions at all. Sometimes we use English in a certain way because we want to find out information, something like that. Speakers of English often want to confirm, to make sure that they know something and that knowledge is something correct. So sometimes we want to confirm that with somebody. And negative questions work that way. It's why we use negative questions. In other words, we might know something. We might know something about a fact, and we want to know something, or we simply want to know if it's true or not, right? So we also use negative questions to offer an opinion. So these two things, negative questions, is really a very interesting subject. I love teaching this subject because it helps people better understand why we do what we do in English, and a negative question isn't really a question at all most of the time. We also use negative questions for polite requests and offers. I have some examples I'm going to show you. When someone uses a negative question, be careful with your answer. Listen carefully, because negative questions often do ask for information. Confirmation. Here are some confirmation negative questions. Now listen. Don't you like to read? And someone might say, hey, yes I do, or no I don't. So this question really isn't a question. And one important factor here is to be careful with your intonation. You see the question mark there, right? Well, hey, don't you like to read? You see, most of the time we learn at the early stages of English that when we see that question mark, that we have to bring up our intonation rises, correct? Okay, but in this case, when we have negative questions, if we know the answer, then the intonation either goes down or stays the same. So listen again. Don't you like to read? You see, now that question is not a question. A statement is a confirmation. Yes, I love to read. Of course I love to read. Don't you? Let's take a look. Hey, didn't you visit the doctor yesterday? You see, because I think I saw you there, or maybe you told me you had an appointment, something like that, right? This is past simple. Hey, didn't you visit the doctor yesterday? You see how my intonation stays the same, or it goes down just a little bit. I just want to know. This is not a question at all. I think I know, and I just want you to tell me, because maybe it's for some reason. Who knows what it is, but the idea is that I would like to know. Here's another one. Hey, aren't you going to work today? Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Now, why would I ask that? Well, you told me. You told me yesterday you're going to work today. Today is Saturday. You normally don't work on Saturdays, right? But for some reason, today you're going to work. And so, hey, aren't you going to work today? You need to get out of bed right now. Something like that, right? So, let's take a look at what else we have here today. Hey, weren't you at the party last night? I thought I saw you. Or, you told me you were going. I just want you to confirm that. Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Hey, did you see my friend Bob, Harry, Sally? Hey, hasn't the postman arrived yet? Now, why would I say that? Well, I want to know because he normally arrives at 11 o'clock in the morning. And so I want to know, yes, hasn't the postman arrived yet? He always comes. Now, that could be, you could bring your intonation up because it's a true question, or you could bring your intonation down because you're talking about something that you already know and it's a certain time. So listen, hasn't the postman arrived yet? You see, that's a question. I brought my intonation up. Or, hasn't the postman arrived yet? You see how I brought the intonation down just a little bit because he's always here at 11 and it's 11:30 right now, you see? That's the reason for that. Let's see what else we have. Haven't you eaten breakfast yet? Okay, so here are some opinion negative questions. Another great subject. I hope you enjoy this video because this is really great English grammar. Hey, wouldn't it be nice if we had a new car? You see? So this is something that is kind of like speculation, or I'm asking you for your opinion for sure, or it's something I would like to have. I would like to have a new car. Hey, wouldn't it be great if you could drive? Yeah? Something like that. Your answer might be yes, it would, or no, it wouldn't. So wouldn't it be nice? Yes? Wouldn't it be great? But here are some polite requests. Let's take a look. Hey, why don't you have dinner with us tonight? And you would say, I would love that. Oh, yes, I'd like to do, yes, let's go. You see, so, hey, why don't you guys have dinner with us tonight? You see, so it's a very nice way of inviting someone. I could say, will you have dinner with us tonight? Yes? Or I could just look at you and say, hey, have dinner with us. But none of those things are really that polite, right? So when we talk about indirect requests, indirect offers, why don't you guys have dinner with us tonight? You see how polite that sounds? It's a wonderful way to ask someone out to dinner or over to your home. Hey, why don't you join us at the beach house? We'll be there tomorrow. You see? So this, again, this is something for the future, and it's very nice. Okay. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about offers, right? Negative questions and making offers. I'm going to offer you something, right? This is also another great part of English. Hey, wouldn't you like another cup of tea? You see how interesting, how nice, how polite that sounds, right? Because you've just finished your tea, and I would like to offer you another cup of tea. We're sitting down at our home, and now it's time for some more tea. Wouldn't you like another slice of pizza? You see? Now, I can bring my intonation up, but most people aren't going to do that because this is an offer. It's not a question. So, hey, wouldn't you like another slice of pizza? We have some over here, pepperoni maybe. So, I might do that. Yes, I'll have another slice of pizza. Again, the intonation is very important with this grammar, with indirect or with negative questions. Hey, remember, a negative question isn't a question at all. It's not a question at all. Don't forget. Be careful, yes, with that question mark and your intonation. When someone uses a negative question, simply answer with the truth. You'd like another cup of coffee, wouldn't you? Well, yes, I would. Thank you very much. You see how nice that sounds? So this is, you might use a simple yes or no with a follow-up statement, right? Remember, intonation is very important with this particular kind of grammar. Refer to your language resources for more examples. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel.